12 hours, basically, of nonstop snow, dropping several inches on the roads, turning short commutes into long ones, and already canceling schools for tomorrow. Many of the area freeways, main roads, and neighborhoods look like this tonight. Good to have you with us for Local 4 News at 11.
Yeah, and we just heard from the city of Detroit, and we've learned contractors will start plowing neighborhoods beginning at 4 a.m.
In the meantime, though, hundreds of schools have already canceled their classes for tomorrow. A winter storm warning remains, but the snow is tapering off.
Let's kick things off with Andrew Humphrey live outside with an update on where things stand now. Andrew.
Kimberly and Devin, you're exactly right. The snow is lighter. It's those fine grains, just not as many as were falling earlier this evening. That being said, look how much has fallen. Now on this concrete pillar here, this combines the snow from a couple of days ago and today. It's nearly a foot. And when you reach into it, it's powdery, light. That's good news for when we clean up tomorrow. Let's take a look at the maps in your forecast for tonight. Outside right now, we're still looking at several inches of snow that have fallen in many communities. Generally 5 to 7 inches in Detroit and much of Wayne County. The higher amounts in northern Oakland County, northern Macomb County to the tune of 7 to 10 inches. Look at the 4 Live radar. We're seeing the back edge of the storm near the top of your screen where it's more scattered and you're looking at lighter snow. That's cutting across the thumb. Now it's moving into Lapeer County and eventually northern Oakland, northern Macomb County within the next few minutes, and eventually Detroit, but very gradually. You can see on that on the wider scale and when we zoom back in. Now because the snow is still falling, it's treacherous outside. Winter storm warnings still remain in effect, including a winter weather advisory until at least midnight tonight. So overnight, it remains frigid with temperatures falling in the teens, but snow ending gradually over the next couple of hours. How cold will it be tomorrow afternoon? Any more snow in your weekend or 7-day forecast? I've got the answers coming up when I join you inside, by the way, where it's warm and toasty in minutes.
Okay, Andrew, get on back in here. We appreciate it. It didn't matter where you were headed. The commute home tonight was a long one.
Sure was. Jason Colthorpe live in Macomb County. We'll get to him in a moment. Let's start with Jermont Terry up in Oakland County. How are things there, Jermont?
Well, Devin, simply put, it's still snowing. It's coming down. We're at 12 Mile and Telegraph here in Southfield, and you can see the conditions. Yes, the snow trucks, the plow trucks have been out. Cars are still moving slowly, and many people have been stopping off at the gas stations just to clear their windshield wipers because the ice is building up on them. Now, I want to show you something. These are the sidewalks. Andrew was just talking about the snow. Now, obviously, we're dealing with some snow drifts. Look how far I'm stepping into all of this. Now imagine driving home in this snow only to lose control at your front door. Whether you're clearing the way or finding your way home, this December snowstorm that blew into southeast Michigan has shown folks winter is here. Xavier Smith found out the hard way.
About an hour.
An hour waiting in his Mustang, not on the side of the road, but in the parking lots of his Southfield apartment complex. He navigated the long commute home. You made it home in all this in 2 hours.
In 2 hours.
Only to get to your parking lot.
To get stuck. It sounds crazy, doesn't it? Yeah.
It sounds normal to Ed, the tow truck driver. He's been busy since the snow started.
Very terrible. As you can see, everybody been stuck, and 70% of the business just been one shots lately.
Xavier knows his Mustang has the horsepower, but it was no match for all this snow. He thought it was clear when he got to his front door. If you spend 2 hours tonight, how long does it normally take you?
15 minutes. 15 minutes.
Wow.
I swear.
You had a night.
Yeah.
And believe me, there were a lot of people like Xavier driving tonight. Unfortunately, his experience just happened at the front door. Many, again, that tow truck driver telling us that they saw many spin-outs and people just losing control. I want to show you the conditions here. The snow in the neighborhoods, it's very light, so you can most definitely lift it if you don't have a snowblower. I know that Jason Colthorpe is in Macomb County. And Jason, you've actually talked to some people who were trying to dig out tonight, right?
Oh, we definitely did, and firsthand gave him a little bit of help. Jermont, we're at the corner of Hall Road and Van Dyke, and everything we've seen tonight is basically a lot of things, a lot of plows on the roads, a lot of the salt trucks out there. If you take a look at the road right now, the snow hasn't stopped. It's falling lightly right now, but still a little bit on the roads right now, and still a lot of them in good shape. That's for sure. A lot of people happy with what they've seen, and you can't look anywhere without seeing plows plowing private parking lots or the main roads. And that goes for neighborhoods too. People aren't waiting for this snow to stop before they start digging out. Call it the post-commute cleanup.
This should be our last time doing it.
I love it.
Oh, do you
really? I'm November baby. I love the snow. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, in case you couldn't tell, Dennis Holman loves the snow and snow blowing a bunch of neighbors' driveways.
I got a big machine, and it's strong and powerful. It's 28 inches wide. Sidewalk is 60 inches wide. One up and one back, and I'm done.
Well, that's right. So you don't buy that thing to let it sit in the garage, right?
No, I use it. But I have a baby that I use when it's a little snow. But I like the big boy.
While schools were closing at a rapid rate, nothing was going to stop those holiday packages from getting to their destinations.
We want to be out here, try to be safe, make sure we can see pedestrians and make sure that the roads is clear enough for us to get through it,
But people got to get their packages.
People got to get their packages, And I try to keep it out of the snow so they can get it and it's all nice and dry for them.
A few miles north in Utica, heavier snow had vehicles slipping and sliding. And some rethinking their choice of rides.
Nah, don't drive no Camaro and no snow.
Not good.
No snow.
How many times have you been stuck?
3 times just today.
I'll tell you, a good rule of thumb for you young journalists out there: when you need an interview, give a driver a push, help them get unstuck. You'll get it. The other rule number 2, is the old ruler trick when you're doing a live shot for snow is an oldie. Certainly one Paul Gross would endorse, though. So let's do this. We're out in Utica, as we say. We saw, what do we got there? That's a solid 6 inches right there. We were in a spot earlier tonight where we saw 7, 8, 9 inches. So it's definitely some deep snow, but people are dealing with it, getting it taken care of. We're in Utica tonight. Jason Colthorpe, Local 4.
Okay, Jason, thank you. And take a look here. One look at our MDOT cameras, and you can tell there were a lot of white knuckles out there tonight.
Sure were. Tim Pamplin gives us a perspective of the roads from the driver's seat. Tim?
Yeah, Devin, the whitest knuckles in show business right here in Unit 6. Heading up the lodge, covering Wayne County this evening. The plows are out. They got a lot of plowing to do before they could start salting, but Wayne County roads tell me they got this. Well, this is how they're going to get it done. More plows and salt trucks leaving the Wyoming yard on Detroit's west side, hitting the streets. With all eyes on tomorrow morning's rush hour, the Wayne County crews certainly have their work cut out this evening. They say they're ready. With over 100 snowplows and salting vehicles. Last year, they went through 64,000 tons of salt. This year, they say they're prepared. And the Wayne County road crews are going to be partnering up, working through the night. I spoke to Bill Bantam, Director of Roads for Wayne County. He says his men and women will get it done.
I think we'll be in pretty good shape during the rush. I mean, our guys will be working all night. I mean, we'll plow them up, put them together with plow teams, and we'll just keep pushing. And I believe by rush hour traffic, people will be pretty much amazed.
Is that a guarantee?
I think people will be pretty much amazed. That's a guarantee.
So we stand by to be amazed come sunrise. They really do have their work cut out. Again, northbound lodge here approaching 94. It's snow covered. Again, I have seen the plows. They got to move the snow off the freeway first, and then they'll lay down the salt. I predict tomorrow morning's commute will be slushy and slurpy. Back to you guys in the studio.
No doubt. Won't be messed up by too many school buses, though, being out there, as we'll hear in a few minutes. Getting around in the air, not a lot easier.
Here's a look at FlightAware's misery map. And as you can see, there have been more than 260 delays and more than 24 cancellations. As always, check with your airline before heading to the airport. And right now on clickondetroit.com, there are more than 650 school closings.
It's always great if you're a kid to get it the night before.
Oh, absolutely. You can stay up late.
Yeah, chances are you've already received a call, a text, or an email about your school's cancellations, but we've heard from some big school systems: Detroit Public Schools, Utica Community Schools, Birmingham Public Schools, to name just a few of those that are closed. And as Kim mentioned, there are hundreds more. You can find them at clickondetroit.com. Look for the yellow bar that you'll see near the top of the page.
Yeah, well, the schools are closed, but some of you still have to get to work, and that's why we're bringing in our morning team a half hour earlier. Get your look at the morning drive and weather and traffic updates every 10 minutes starting at 4 a.m. Welcome back, everybody. Well, which one of the local freeways will you be hitting tomorrow morning? Right now, most of them look pretty much like this. Be sure to wake up with Local 4 News today at 4 a.m. for weather and traffic updates every 10 minutes on the 4s.
Somewhere underneath all this snow is I-275 and 7 Mile. You see, there is traffic getting by, though moving pretty slowly. Plows and salt trucks are out trying to get the roads cleared for the morning drive, and we will have weather and traffic updates first thing in the morning. We'll get started extra early tomorrow morning, 4 a.m. right here on Local 4.